Namaskar, I am Prakash Astrologer, presenting you Aries yearly forecast for the year 2019. The yearly forecast for 2019 for Aries, if your moon sign is Aries, this whole prediction is based on your moon sign. This particular prediction has got nothing to do with your sun sign whatsoever. If you want to follow this forecast, please do follow this forecast according to your moon sign. All the prediction forecast, task, precaution, chantings will be applied to you if you're going to follow this according to your moon sign. And if you don't know your moon sign, find out your moon sign from your birth chart. Let's talk about dynamics of Aries. Dynamics are involved the transit of planets. The transit of planets which play a very important role for the effect for the whole year. So the different planets play the different effects, the different impacts will be there for the whole year's forecast, the result, the conclusion. Let's talk about Saturn's effect on Aries. Saturn is a very important planet for Aries. Saturn is important for all of us. Saturn defines the profession, the career, the income resources, the financial backing, the prosperity, the status, the prestige, the honor. Saturn governs the profession. For Aries, Saturn's effect on Aries for this whole year, Saturn's effect on Aries for 2019 from 26th of October 2017 till 24th of January 2020, Saturn will be back in your 9th house, the house of luck. Sagittarius, the pie of Saturn is silver. So your hard work, Aries, and determination will bring you rewards, and you'll be able to resolve a lot of your problems. There will be a rise in status, prestige, and financial gain. Aries, there will be lots of traveling, personal comforts, and happiness will be there. Aries, you will be able to overcome lots of your problems, but do take care of your parents' health and well-being. Aries, in this coming year, 2019, if your profession involves transport, property, travel agency, property building merchant, if you are a contractor, building contractor, then you will be highly successful. Aries, your determination, your drive, your discipline, you'll be able to achieve everything. Most of your efforts, Aries, will be rewarded. Aries, you'll travel around and quite successful. In this coming year 2019, your efforts will be handsomely rewarded. You'll be able to come across a lot of opportunities, financial opportunity through communication with the world, to talking to people. Yes, new doors will be opening for you, Aries. There will be a few struggleful situations, but you will be able to overcome those situations. Your expenditure will be there, but with your own will, not under compulsion. Aries, friends can play a very unique role in your achievements. Friends and communication can play a very important role in creating opportunities for you. Saturn in the 9th house, the house of luck, mostly denote distress. Some of you are likely to go through some trying time in your profession. People will test your patience fiber and your tolerance. Aries, you may be transferred or may have to work extra hard to achieve your desired goal. Be careful of your enemies. Be careful of those people who are opposing you left, right, and center. Be careful about your employees who are likely to deceive you or cheat you, take advantage of you. Beware of anything that might defame your work or defame you in society. Be careful. Do watch your steps. Beware of any scandals. It might take longer than usual to gain your rewards. Sometimes vacuum will appear. Sometimes people will come and waste your time. You have to prepare for that. Sometimes unexpected events happen. Finances also require proper handling. Finances require proper handling, not a rough handling. You're likely to indulge in wasteful expenditure during this particular field, in this particular period of 2019. You may get the opportunity to earn extra cash, but there will be a number of obstacles in the way of achieving it. Avoid any kind of litigation, criminal activities, immoral deeds. And I know you are very brave, but watch your bravery. Some of you will face some criminal proceeding if you're not very careful. If you cross the line, you will pay penalty, fine, punishment. Be careful. Aries health need extra attention. Mentally, you are likely to feel restless, distressed, mostly due to matter relating to your spouse and family. Your male child may develop some health issues, and be careful about that. Some of you may have to attend some sort of a funeral of the close relative, so do take care of yourself. Tasks which can balance your Saturn for this coming year 2019. Task number 1, refrain from alcohol consumption, non-vegetarian food, indulging, do not eat too much seafood, and refrain from any scandalous relationship. It's a relationship which you can't justify. Task number 2, do visit temple barefoot. Donate money for the food to the blind school every week. Time to time donate Hanumanji Pujan. Make a paste mixing jasmine oil and real sindoor and apply on Hanumanji statue in the temple. Try to keep a solid silver square piece in your pocket all the time. Do avoid non-vegetarian food and all alcoholic drinks. Try to have bath with milk, try to have a bath or try to have a shower. Use as a shower gel as a mixture of milk and yogurt all over your body. That will create wonders for you. Please do respect to your uncles. Do respect your parents. Do donate dog food to dog home. Time to time donate 2 kg pure ghee to temple regularly, like every Friday in the month. Do lay marble floor in your house if you can. And do wear a gold and yellow sapphire and a gold square pendant around your neck. That will balance your Saturn properly. Precaution wise, refrain from adopting a stubborn, aggressive attitude. Try not to consume too much alcohol or non-vegetarian food or seafood. Refrain from rash driving. Chanting which will raise your Saturn to the high. Aum Sharim Harim Kalim Eng Vajra Varochaniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. Aum Sharim Harim Kalim Eng Vajra Varochaniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. Aum Sharim Harim Kalim Eng Vajra Varochaniye Hum Hum Fat Swaha. Requirement is jug of water. Time should be night time. Asana have to be blanket. Direction west facing. The time required for this devotion should be 60 minutes, 120 minutes, 180 minutes. More you do it, more you achieve it. Jupiter's effect on Aries for this coming year 2019. Jupiter's effect on Aries for 2019. Transit of Jupiter in the 8th house for Aries from 11th of October, since 11th of October 2018 till 29th of March 2019. This is the first phase. Jupiter's effect on Aries, this particular time period. During this particular period, Jupiter will move through your 8th house from your moon sign Aries. Aries, this mostly brings some disappointment for you. Health would require attention, especially if you're suffering with a blood pressure or heart problem or breathing problem. And you got to take care of your health. Moreover, you feel exhausted and sometimes lackluster. Work would require a lot of effort to see successful completion. Aries, avoid any unnecessary arguments and concentrate more on your field of work. Hold on tightly to your position and honor. This period also signifies the loss of same along with humiliation. Look after your reputation. You may even have to face the wrath of the government. Get involved in litigation and even get imprisoned. Be careful. Watch your action. Look after yourself regarding taxation, inland revenue, VAT payment, those kind of things. Refrain from any kind of unnecessary hassle with government authorities. Keep a close eye on your finances and beware of thieves and thugs. Beware of unnecessary expenditure. Aries, if you're planning to travel, it would be good idea to avoid it during this particular time. You only travel when you think is very, very important. This travel is likely to be troublesome, may not give you expected result. Stay away from arguments with your family and friends. This might create some new enemies for you, especially in the family. Moreover, your behavior is likely to become irritable, merciless, rash during this particular phase. Try to maintain your calm. Try to exercise your calm at this time. Jupiter in the 8th house. Traditionally, this transit indicates an inheritance, but this transit occurs several times in your lifetime. It doesn't mean you're getting the inheritance all the time. But in this particular sense, when you say Jupiter also gives you some sort of a financial gain, it means Jupiter in the 8th house, always you're going to likely to achieve a benefit from other people's resources. Consequently, this particular time is a good timing to enter a relationship in which you and other person have to pool your resources, such as business partnership. This is also a good timing to request a loan from the bank manager, unless there is another transit at the same time that negates this reading. In this general situation, other people are more than usually willing to help you out in some other way. But Jupiter transit in 8th house, there will be, may I say that, many powerful but fortunate changes in your life at this time. It may not give you, may I say that, a sweeping change that you're expecting to happen, but this particular change will be best and make your life richer and more rewarding in the long run. Jupiter transit in the 8th house will give you much greater understanding and psychological pattern that you're going to operate in the life. If you are recently been through some sort of a psychological stress, and now but this time will be quite give you a lot of encountering situations, give you more strength. This transit of Jupiter help the healing process within you. Sometimes this transit can indicate a time of religious or spiritual regeneration. May I say that certainly you will deserve the great benefit from studying some sort of a spirituality. If you feel troubled, if you feel not very okay, in this particular time you get that kind of help. Whenever you're going to face any of these following planetary positions, occupations, or situations like a bad debts, major obstacles, delays, opposition from higher authorities, health problems, relationship conflicts, 3rd house is occupied by another planet, 4th and 7th house is occupied by Mars or Saturn, 12th house is empty, 2nd, 5th, 9th, 12th house is occupied by Mercury, Venus, Saturn or Rahu, then do these tasks to raise your Jupiter. Task number 1, do donate 8 kg turmeric powder to temple in the Langar. Task number 2, do donate 8 religious priests dry food for 43 days. Task number 3, do donate dry food in the Langar for 8 Thursdays. Task number 4, do various astrological activated fine gold and yellow sapphire in gold right hand's index finger. Precaution during this time is do maintain good relationship with your family and father. This is a precaution. Transit of Jupiter in 9th house from Aries. May I say that from the moon sign Aries, transit of Jupiter in the 9th house. The dates start from 29th of March 2019 till 22nd of April 2019. Transit of Jupiter in 9th house, the house of luck. During this particular period, Jupiter will move from your 8th house to the 9th house. This particular time period offering you financial gain, prosperity, rising. You may expect a profit in trade and business, a position of authority at your workplace, success in all your ventures, favor from superior as well. This could prove to be a particularly good timing for if you are a professional consultant, if you're a teacher or author or publisher or professor in the university or teacher in the school, and people related to field of if you're professionally qualified and you're providing a service to mankind or society, anybody whose living is based on professional qualification, this will be the finest time. Socially also, this is a good timing as you are likely to be honored and your status would be enhanced, taking an upward move. Your interest in religious activities, spiritual activities would be at all the high time, and you're likely to attend as many religious functions as possible, social function as well. You'll also seek the company of spiritual people, saint, and be willing to spend some virtuous deeds with them. In flow of money should be good, and you may expect a financial gain from all possible turnout for this particular time period. You may also consider buying a fertile land or other immovable property during this particular phase. If you're a single, may consider marriage proposal with a match of your choice, and those who are planning to have a baby, want to conceive a baby, may go for it this particular time when the Jupiter in the 9th house. Most of you are likely to indulge in comfort, joy. You want to enjoy everything, and this particular time you'll enjoy comfort, love, romance, you name it. Health should be fine, and you may also consider going on long distance travel. Yes. Jupiter in 9th house. This particular house is very good position of Jupiter. At this time, the perspective of this particular time period, it can expand you mentally, spiritually. You may have a lot of opportunity to extensive travel for desire and also reaching others in either a formal or informal setting. You are there to learn, and however, in a very great way to learn as well. You'll travel around. You'll probably do much more reading than usual about more abstract and profound subjects: philosophy, metaphysics, spirituality, religion. Typical studies associated with this particular transit of Jupiter in 9th house. And you'll encounter a lot of spiritual people, religious people, and real issues. And you will also deal with real issues. You need to be on the reality and useful knowledge about your world. This particular time, you will learn a lot. This is a good timing to become involved in human potential effort or some other conscious raising groups. There are many such groups around you, like a spiritual groups. You want to participate in those activities. If you're a writer, if you're a consultant, or you have a desire to be one, this is an excellent time to become that, because the 9th house position of Jupiter will open the whole avenue in front of you. Whole world will be your audience, yes. And you can present whatever you want to present, what the best you can do. And you're exposed to the broader world. Your view on the life will change. Your attitude will change. This transit of Jupiter in 9th house is very powerful, maturing influence in the most positive sense. In other words, you become more wiser now than any other time. But you have to be fundamentally open to this process. Not like you doesn't want to open, but the planet wants you to open. If you think you know all the answers already, this transit may only make you smug or self-righteous, which would be terrible waste of this energy. But this is a time spiritually you can awaken yourself, awaken the spiritual giant inside you. You can do that, along with possibility of travel to foreign lands. And you enjoy this particular time, you'll travel around the globe. The main effect of the transit of Jupiter in 9th house is your consciousness grows so much that you can no longer live with your old prejudice and beliefs. You will upgrade yourself in this transit of Jupiter in 9th house. You must know rather than just believing. More you can replace the belief with knowledge, with experience. The better off you will be. Yes, whenever you have facing these kind of falling planetary position, occupation or situations like a separation from the loved ones, conflict in your joint venture, relationship scandal during this time, financial complications. 4th house is occupied by any other planet. 1st house become empty. 5th house is occupied by Mercury or Venus or Saturn or Rahu. Then please do these tasks to raise your Jupiter. Number 1, do wear a ruby in a gold square pendant around your neck. Number 2, please do donate 10 kg basmati rice to temple in the langar. 3, refrain from non-vegetarian food and alcohol. Number 4, please do lots of Ganpati upasana, like a Om Gam Ganapataya Name, Om Gam Ganapataya Name, Om Gam Ganapataya Name, Om Gam Ganapataya Name. Now we're going to do the transit of Jupiter in 8th house again from your moon sign Aries. The date starts from 22nd of April 2019 till 5th of November 2019. During this particular period, Jupiter will move through your 8th house from your moon sign Aries. Aries, this mostly brings some disappointment for you. Health would require attention, especially if you're suffering with a blood pressure or heart problem or breathing problem. And you got to take care of your health. Moreover, you feel exhausted and sometimes lackluster. Work would require a lot of effort to see successful completion. Aries, avoid any unnecessary arguments and concentrate more on your field of work. Hold on tightly to your position and honor. This period also signifies the loss of same along with humiliation. Look after your reputation. You may even have to face the wrath of the government. Get involved in litigation and even get the imprisoned. Be careful. Watch your action. Look after yourself regarding taxation, inland revenue, VAT payment, those kind of things. Refrain from any kind of unnecessary hassle with government authorities. Keep a close eye on your finances and beware of thieves and thugs. Beware of unnecessary expenditure. Aries, if you're planning to travel, it would be good idea to avoid it during this particular time. You only travel when you think is very, very important. This travel is likely to be troublesome, may not give you expected result. Stay away from arguments with your family and friends. This might create some new enemies for you, especially in the family. Moreover, your behavior is likely to become irritable, merciless, rash during this particular phase. Try to maintain your calm. Try to exercise your calm at this time. Jupiter in the 8th house. Traditionally, this transit indicates inheritance, but this transit occurs several times in your lifetime. It doesn't mean you're getting the inheritance all the time. But in this particular sense, when you say Jupiter also gives you some sort of a financial gain, it means Jupiter in the 8th house, always you're going to likely to achieve a benefit from other people's resources. Consequently, this particular time is a good timing to enter a relationship in which you and other person have to pool your resources, such as business partnership. This is also a good timing to request a loan from the bank manager, unless there is another transit at the same time that negates this reading. In this general situation, other people are more than usually willing to help you out in some other way. But Jupiter transit in 8th house, there will be, may I say that, many powerful but fortunate changes in your life at this time. It may not give you, may I say that, a sweeping change that you're expecting to happen, but this particular change will be best and make your life richer and more rewarding in the long run. Jupiter transit in the 8th house will give you much greater understanding and psychological pattern that operate what you're going to operate in the life. If you are recently been through some sort of a psychological stress, and now but this time will be quite give you a lot of encountering situations, may give you more strength. This transit of Jupiter help the healing process within you. Sometimes this transit can indicate a time of religious or spiritual regeneration. May I say that certainly you will deserve the great benefit from studying some sort of a spirituality. If you feel troubled, if you feel not very okay, in this particular time you get that kind of help. Whenever you're going to face any of these following planetary positions, occupations, or situations like a bad debts, major obstacles, delays, opposition from higher authorities, health problems, relationship conflicts, 3rd house is occupied by another planet, 4th and 7th house is occupied by Mars or Saturn, 12th house is empty, 2nd, 5th, 9th, 12th house is occupied by Mercury, Venus, Saturn or Rahu, then do this task to raise your Jupiter. Task number 1, do donate 8 kg turmeric powder to temple in the Langar. Task number 2, do donate 8 religious priests dry food for 43 days. Task number 3, do donate dry food in the Langar for 8 Thursdays. Task number 4, do very astrological activated fine gold and yellow sapphire in gold right hand's index finger. Precaution during this time is do maintain good relationship with your family and father. This is a precaution. Rahu's and Ketu's effect on Aries for 2019. Rahu's and Ketu's effect on Aries for 2019. Rahu's position in 3rd house and Ketu's position in 9th house. On 23rd of March 2019, Rahu is going to leave Cancer and transit in Gemini. And Ketu is going to leave Capricorn and transit in Sagittarius on 23rd of March. UK timing is 13 minutes past 8 in the morning till 19th September 2020. Going to repeat again. Rahu's position and Ketu's position, where is Rahu's position in 2019 is Rahu's position in 3rd house and Ketu's position in 9th house. But this transit will happen on 23rd of March 2019. Rahu which is at the moment transiting in, may I say that, Cancer, but Rahu is going to leave Cancer on 23rd of March 2019 and transiting into Gemini, which is 3rd house for Aries, and Ketu is going to leave Capricorn and transit in Sagittarius, which is the 9th house. UK timing, because I'm based in UK, so it's according to UK timing. May I say that around 8:15 in the morning, but exact time is 8:13:39, like a 13-minute past, 13 minute 39 second past 8 in the morning. But we'll carry on transiting in Gemini and Sagittarius, Rahu and Ketu till 19th of September 2020 at 6 minutes past 5 in the evening. So these are exact timing. During this particular period, when Rahu will move through your 3rd house from your moon sign Aries, this brings along considerable good timing for you, Aries. Financially, this good period to be expected to be very good, very sound. You may expect to gain money from various known and unknown sources. You may even get the financial benefit from your enemies. If you're employed, you may get or expect a rise in your salary. Those who are involved in a trade may also expect an added profit during this particular time. Rahu in the 3rd house of Aries, progress at work could also be expected. Your project, even the one that were postponed for some reason, would be completely successful and completed and successful this particular time period. You may also expect cooperation from your colleagues, your seniors, Tom, Dick and Harry, everybody. Your efficiency at workplace and in your field of learning would be noticed as well. Health should remain be fine. You would face many problems with much courage and vitality. Socially also, this could also be regarded as good timing. You may even expect a rise in your social status and your fame in society will be rising. Comfort would be defining your life at home. Comfort will be there. You're most likely to enjoy soothing atmosphere at home. Aries, this time, you could also prove to be your greatest and very great time and also bring in opportunity to satisfy your taste buds. You would indulge in exotic culinary delights at home as well as outside. You'll enjoy thoroughly. Aries, you would also get the cooperation of your siblings in accomplishing your work, your task. If you ever wished for sensual pleasure, romantic unions, you are most likely to get the same as well. If you are married, you may also expect fast recovery of your ailing spouse or any, like if you are a married person, this particular time period, you'll be able to overcome any matrimonial problems or complications or hassles regarding family, husband, children, things like that. During this particular period, Ketu's leaving the 10th house, the house of profession, and on 23rd of March is entering into the house of luck. During this particular period, Ketu will move through your 9th house from your moon sign Aries. This signifies apart other effects, some sort of a health problems, physical complications, development of some sort of you have to calm down yourself mentally, look after your back, look after your joints, look after your hip. Your finances would require careful handling, as most of you are likely to invest your hard-earned money in some sort of a risky investment or speculations. Hold tight to your finances, as you may have to embrace some sort of a few setbacks if you're not very careful. Refrain from huge gambling or huge risk-taking tendencies. Most of you are likely to get involved in some sort of a illicit activities, which is unacceptable. Be careful. Avoid any kind of arguments with your siblings due to opinion clashes, due to ego clashes. Handle your friends and acquaintances carefully to avoid being I don't want to say that, but don't invest ego in everything you do, please. Otherwise, you end up spoiling a lot of relationships. Let's not go there. You may have to travel to foreign land and to some, may I say this, mountains regions during this particular time period. You're traveling around hills, lakes, rivers, mountains, you name it. During this particular time period, may I say that look after your health, especially your back, especially your joints. So don't take any huge physical risk during this particular time. Task which can balance your Rahu and Ketu. Task number 1. Please do not keep anything made of ivory or elephant-like statues in your possessions. Task number 2. Do donate money towards any girl's wedding, please. Third task. Try to keep black dog as a pet if you can. If you can't, donate a dog feed to dog home. Task number 4. Do wear fine gold studs in your ears. Task number 5. Do organize Ganpati and Durga Pujan with Ganpati and Durga 1000 names if you can. It's not difficult, it's very simple. You can do it. Precaution wise, do maintain good relationship with your family, with your father, with your mother, with your friends, with your brother or sisters, and please, and do not give false testimony. Refrain from that. Don't give any false testimony to anybody, towards anybody, please. Chanting, which will help you quite a lot due to transit of Rahu and Ketu in 3rd house and 9th house. This particular chanting can raise a lot of things, good things for you. Aum Sharim Gam Somaye Ganpate Varvarde Sarv Janme Vashmanaye Swaha. Aum Sharim Gam Somaye Ganpate Varvarde Sarv Janme Vashmanaye Swaha. Aum Sharim Gam Somaye Ganpate Varvarde Sarv Janme Vashmanaye Swaha. Aum Sharim Gam Somaye Ganpate Varvarde Sarv Janme Vashmanaye Swaha. More you do it, more you achieve it. Here is the complication you might have to face in 2019. A lot of times we always focused on something good, very finest, joyful, but we never thought about the complications, the hassles, the trauma, the setbacks. We never thought about it, but those are realities. In the real-time system, we have to think about those things first, then we can plan it. Here is the complication you might have to face in the year 2019. You might have to face. You don't have to. It doesn't mean you will face, but you might have to. Chances are great. Complication number 1. In this coming year, Aries, you'll go through few professional and financial fluctuations. Be careful. Complication number 2. If you're going through any inheritance issues, then you must refrain from any family disputes. No dispute with your father or mother. Complication number 3. Please refrain from any professional and personal arguments and conflicts in your marriage or relationship or family. 4. Sometimes peace of mind, happiness can be all over the place. Stop winding up yourself unnecessarily. Complication number 5. You must look after your health, mentally and physically. 6. Aries, if you're a student taking professional exam, professional qualifications, then do watch your focus. You have to watch your concentration span. Refrain from any distraction, any kind of distraction, especially romance. If you're a student, you've got to invest discipline. That's the only way you can be focused, you can concentrate on your studies, and you can achieve the desired results. Number 7. Aries, if you're a married person, then please do not involve any third party. No third party must be allowed to interfere in your marriage relationship. Refrain from any third party influence in your marriage relationship. If you avoid it, you'll be fine. But if you don't avoid it, if third party influence in your relationship appear, the relationship can be a huge issue. Relationship will go through turmoil and relationship can be traumatic. So be careful if you are a married person. No third party influence is allowed in your marriage relationship whatsoever. That is unconditional. Be careful. Aries general overview for 2019. The general overview of 2019 for Aries. Your 2019 will revolve around important relationships. This year 2019 is a quest for ever new adventures, constantly searching for new experiences, developing new abilities to deal with them. There will be a change for some better goal. Some of you very good development in you coming 2019. Very good developments will be happening in 2019. Will come after rather than complicated or delayed process, but will be there. This year 2019 give you fame, destruction of enemies, position of authority, gain of wealth, meeting new people, new experiences. In this coming year 2019, favors will be received from higher officials, especially from police personals, armed forces. If you're working as a police officer, if you're working in the army or defense forces, achievement will be immense, dignified. If you're looking for work, Aries, you may be employed in a work requiring discipline and control. If already working, you'll get a position of authority and responsibility. Bravo! A promotion cannot be ruled out, Aries, in 2019. There will be a victory and gain of wealth through competence, through competition, through conflict, through court cases, through disputes, through quarrels. You can be winner. Fame, respect, strength will be rising. Leadership may be gained at workplace, Aries, in 2019. In 2019 year, this particular year, there will be a destruction of enemies, gain of honor, birth of a child, gain of a vehicle or car, rise in strength, grace of authority, physical health will be fine, start of a new project, new ventures, gain of wealth will be there. In the 2019, there will be a love, romance, new relationship, honor will be there, health will be fine, health will be greatly improved, but look after your back. In 2019, honor and fame will be rising. Contentment of government officials will help you to accomplishing tasks. There will be a success in various kind of ventures. Love, happiness from dear friends will be rising. Person opposing you will be defeated. Efforts will lead to gain of wealth. In the year 2019, you may have pain due to some sort of a back problems. You may have a health problem regarding piles or impotence or weakness, blood disorders or some sort of an issue regarding blood pressure. Beware of any operations or wounds. There may be some irregularity in blood pressures. Do take care of your health. In 2019, refrain from beware of an accident or harm due to arms or weapons. There may be conflict or dispute. Expenditure will be rising. There will be boost in income later part. There will be a financial progression in employment or business. There will be a cooperation from brothers and friends after 23rd of March. Worldly comfort will be acquired, no doubt about it. Aries, this particular time period, all the efforts will be rewarded. Aries, learning and education for 2019. Aries, learning and education for 2019. In this coming year, education comes easy to you and you are very enthusiastic about your learning. This year 2019 Aries, you will be a professional student preferring to be in educational institute doing a real work. You will show the interest in higher learning, places of learning such as universities or institutes. You are greatly influenced by teachers or masters. Teachers or institution of higher education will be instrumental in opening up new opportunities in terms of financial gain or regarding job or career opportunities. In the year 2019, higher education as the basis for your career will be very likely. In this year 2019, you're drawn to academic circles, may be involved with higher education. There's a likely to some interruption or change that result. You might not be finishing your entire educational period as planned. The institution you are studying might put up some obstacles like rules, compliance that prevent you from completion of your education. As longer you focus and concentration on your studies, your efforts will be rewarded handsomely. In the year 2019, gaining a higher education may be a struggle for you, especially if you are not focused. Same applies to religious studies, philosophy or ethics. You may be sometimes frustrated when you pursue higher education. You may feel criticized, not rewarded according to your expectation. You may change course of education midway through learning, or try to gain a degree in more than one field. Your love of education, there is no doubt you love education, but may have some difficulty regarding the completion of the course. In 2019, you'll have to make sure that if you want to complete your study, then you must be very much focused, concentrated on your studies. There are no space for any kind of distraction like romantic activities or exercising, a hobby. That is a discipline you have to follow. And if you don't, then education can be interrupted. You got to be very determined if you really want to complete your studies in 2019 Aries. In this year 2019, your intellectual knowledge will be there, no doubt about it. But you will be very fine when it comes to speech or presentation or expression. You have a regal knowledge, no doubt about it. Academia is there and you can achieve something dignified. You have thirst for broadening and enriching your knowledge. But how are you going to present it in exam? That is depending on your focus and concentration and how much you want to do. Learning and expressing is based on competence. So make sure no distraction should be there, please. Aries, what makes you special in 2019? What makes you special in 2019, Aries? In this coming year, may I say that you are very skillful and enterprising. You will have an ability to overcome major obstacles. Once you break out of the inertia, you can achieve it. Aries, you will easily relate to all the people, even if they are different from what you present. You're able to pursue people by relating to their needs and creating a personal understanding attitude with them. Aries, you're capable of dealing with changing and unforeseen circumstances. You can adjust with the time. You can mold yourself with the time. In this year 2019 Aries, you'll have excellent speaking and teaching skills. You can explain people better than before. You possess strongest administrative skills, especially in the field of education, publishing or law. You have the ability to understand the fine details, what is right, what is not right. You have a good social skills, which are very, very important and asset to you. You have insight granted to few. You are able to read other faces and understand their character from their faces. You're expert at some sort of a language. You know more as compared to other people. In this year 2019, you have that ability and you can manage finances as well. You'll be good at dealing with money and that belong to your partner or other people you associated with, and you can look after. May I say that in 2019, you have the ability which you can use the best and look after yourself, look after other people and take care of your interest, take care of other people. And this particular field, if you are just going through this year, you can protect yourself with that knowledge, ability and skill and money management. Yes. Aries, your health for 2019. Aries, your health in 2019, in this year 2019, you can be physically drained by lack of proper caring for yourself. At times there is the potential for you to suffer from a back problem, emotional problem triggered by some sort of a hormonal balances or some sort of a issue with kidney or back or lack of energy. Your throat become very dry, too much indulgence sometime in everything you do. In the year 2019, your liver needs special preventive care. Avoid food that are quite heavy or creating a strain or harm to your liver, especially drink heavy foods. There's a chance of some sort of an eye infection, eye issue regarding your left eye, possibly trouble with ears and nose, some weakness or disorder in lower abdomen, urinary problem or bladder problem. Aries, you may have some problem with your feet, especially if you develop a pain in the back. There will be some health problem relating to feet or rectum, the muscles, or the issue with the blood. Your heart may be okay, but refrain from unnecessary strain. In the year 2019, do not drink and drive. You should be cautious to avoid possibility of a water-related accident. Don't be over-adventurous when you're going in the water. You may receive some sort of injuries below the waist. So look after yourself and beware of any water accident. And don't be over-adventurous. Look after yourself. Look after your well-being. You should exercise, but not beyond the limit. Be in your limit, whatever you want to do, please. Aries, your romance and love life in 2019. Aries, your romance and love life in the year 2019. In 2019, you're likely to be steady and celebrate romance, love, friendship. You put a great deal of emphasis on relationship in your life. Your basic need for nurturing and comfort are only fulfilled by close companionship, romantic relationship or marriage. In the year 2019, you know how to celebrate and express love. There's no doubt about it. You're very expressive. Sometimes you're very loud. There might be an overemphasis on relationship in the year 2019 that leading you to seek relationship impulsively, which you must avoid. It does not serve you to be suspicious or inhibited and restricted in love. Getting into relationship is easy for you because you can talk for the whole town, but it will be hard for you to maintain the same level. Sometimes maintaining the relationship can be difficult. You may have many romantic interludes, but if you are a married person, then please do take care of your marriage relationship and refrain from any hanky-panky illicit relationship, please. In this year 2019, you want cooperation in your marriage and you're very cautious in choosing a marriage partner. There's no doubt about it. You like you to have a peace, harmony, love, commitment in marriage, and you will experience a deep mutual love with your spouse. And you're very close and intimate bond with your partner. This is due to changeability of your relationship. Sometimes you project frustration on those who are close to you, especially your spouse, but you shouldn't do that. You should be taking care of them. Invest passion, not frustration. Invest friendship. Invest love, affection, care, not your frustration, please. Refrain from doing that. And it might be possible that if you're investing too much frustration in your marriage, then that will backfire on you. So be careful for that. So in time to time, invest passion, understanding, love, affection, care. Marriage and friends are very important to you, and they contribute more in your life, more than anything else, and more toward the success of yourself. So in 2019, if you're a single person, you get a good-looking partner. You might be getting a good-looking partner, or you might be getting a good-looking spouse. Both you and your spouse are very charming, but may I say that maintaining the relationship can be an issue. But getting a partner will not be an issue. You might be clicked with anybody, fine. But how are you going to maintaining the relationship for the longer period? That can be an issue. So be careful on that one, please. But invest passion, not frustration, not aggression. Invest passion, love, affection, care. That will create a sustainability in the relationship. And look after each other. Here is your social life in 2019. Your social life in 2019, in this coming year, you have many friends. Your friends have some sort of a foreign connection. It's difficult to maintain a close companionship with your friendship in the longer period. In this year, having a refined taste and sense of value, you may be attracted by affluent and good-looking people around you. Sometimes you're getting bored easily, but Sometimes you're looking for a good looking people around you, probably gifted at foreign language. You'll make friends with everyone, but you can be friends with anyone with ease. You put people at ease and have a long-standing friendship. You may feel oppressed by opposition or competition from enemies. Your opponents may lack a power base, a home, or location from which to work. Your opponents lose on account of inferior education. That can be the case. In this year 2019, people in powerful position who live in a limelight may regard you as a potential rival. There are often questions and uncertainty as to how you really feel and think about this situation. People perceive you as a deep and mysterious person. You'll be known for good conduct and healthy habits. Everyone will tell you their own secrets. In this year 2019, in extreme cases, you might lose a high position due to territory or adverse public relationship, or sometimes due to backbiting. Make sure in the friend circle, do not invest your ego. More you become humble, more you win the hearts. More you become polite, more you achieve more. More you become rude or arrogant, more people repel from you. If you're looking for support system for people around you, then be very polite, be very humble. You can create the wonders within your own circle. Everybody will be there to support you, to guide you, to encourage you, to help you, to look after you. Yes, that will be what you want. But refrain from ego, refrain from arrogance when you're dealing with people. You can present yourself as a very powerful person, but exercise humility. That will create a wonder for you in social circle. Please. Aries, your business, profession and career for 2019. Aries, your business, profession, career in 2019. In this year, your primary drive is for wealth, success. I can't blame you, Aries. In this year 2019, you see your highest aspirations, ambitions fulfilled. You will burst upon to this world without warning, surprising a lot of people as yourself. You will act steadily in your line of business. You'll have to work hard and worry a lot in your occupation. But in this year 2019, you can do very well in work connected to machinery, technical operations, law, politics, government offices, in a construction area, IT sector. You could fit very well. Aries, you may work in entertainment field. Your profession probably involve creativity, may I say artistic adventure, or something to create from the drawing board to the real-time system. Aries, that is you are. Technical knowledge. In this year 2019, you work best in association with others, especially when you appreciate it. You're open to all kind of relationship and partnership, so need to be careful not to be cheated by misplaced affections. Aries, partners may be helpful in 2019. There may be financial success, there will be a financial growth through partnership or this particular year. Your natural professional, you have marketable skills, so do not have to worry about your means of livelihood in this year 2019. Business can be very successful, but you prefer self-employment or independent, or your total independence. In this year 2019, you like the idea of being your own boss, but becoming self-employed may not be that easy. Your employer may be in a distant country or a different place from where you are. You may have problem with your employers. Your employer may be demanding, cause you a lot of frustration. But in this year 2019, if you are in a position of employer, you might have to face disloyal or incompetent employees. You may have a hard time in gaining a business, may have to invest your own money. Aries, I can understand you. Your vocation is your career. You believe in following your bliss. But in 2019, your courage, your assertiveness, you're pushing your hard work, but that will bring the wonders on the surface. But be in a irregular, impulsive kind of way. You're good at your profession, but you're natural at public relationship. But when you're talking to business ideas to people, make sure you should be extra careful. Your income can fluctuate this year, sometime more, sometime less, but be constant what you want to achieve. Be more focused. You may be pushed into a position of authority before you're ready for it this year. This year that can happen. You'll gain fame from unusual accomplishment. You can gain a wide audience, but something will be there for you after 24th of March. In this year 2019, no matter where you start in this year, you'll succeed and attain a high influential position. You'll rise to a high position in this year 2019, since you will seek a base for your reputation on a good moral values and stable spiritual principles. You can have a success in business, especially in large corporations. There may be unexpected changes in your career. Your career can fluctuate, and you have to be part of a solution, not a part of a problem. In this year 2019, you got to look after your professional reputation. You will have to work hard to get full recognition for your achievements in your career. You got to invest passion, drive, discipline, determination in your career in order to achieve your goal post. Please beware of any legal complication. Refrain from any kind of gambling, high risk taking tendencies, becoming over extravagant. Please do watch your expenditure and investment very carefully. Please beware of bad debts and wrong deeds. This is very important. But this year, career can create something dignified for you. And next 12 months, you will create a base for the future success. Next 12 months, you will create a network for the future success. Because next year, there will be a huge shift. May I say that when 2020 will start, there will be a huge shift. So 2019, the whole 12 months, you're building a lot of networking. You're creating a base for the future prosperity and rising success. That will be the case, yes. Aries, your property investments. Aries, your property investment in 2019. In this year, 2019, wealth can be seemingly by itself. Sometime you may be quite secretive and earn through unusual and secretive ways. You can change your cars frequently. You may invest in land or property. You may renovate or remodel the building or land, invest in the field of real estate, and most likely to be very profitable. 2019, you will go through a lot of issues like mechanical problems, can create a strong sense of frustration in you and lead to unnecessary expenses. Aries, you are insecure and therefore buy vehicles and house that are beyond your means just to show off. Don't do that, please. You spend money on other gratification. Sometimes you lose your valuable or they get stolen. So look after your valuable assets, and due to caution should be taken concerning investment. Avoid all but the least risky. In this year 2019, there may be treachery from the friends and unexpected financial losses. You may live beyond your means, but don't do that. You may incur debts. You may, however, tend to fall into debt as you are careless with money or details such as balancing your checks or balances. You have to be in between. Make sure your checks and balances will be fine. Frequently, you will find yourself into debt, simply experiencing a lost opportunity as a result of bad decisions, bad ventures, bad choices. Be careful. In this pursuit of your ends, and you should take care of that a large risk might make you lose a large portion of your wealth. Refrain from taking a huge risk. You may too easily try to solve problem by spending money where all other things will be needed, but some effective use of resources already available. Be careful when you involve your ventures. Be careful. You should only handle what you can handle, and make sure that if you can't handle something like that, just give it up and move on. And you have to look at the whole project before you make a commitment. Can you financially do the project or not? Aries nature, characteristics and temperament. Your nature, your characteristics, your temperament. Aries will not like subordination. Always take the lead. Prefer to work independently. That is you, Aries. Aries will not appreciate the advice of others. Will choose their path according to their own decision and always make their own decisions. Aries always be strong-willed and engrossed with qualities of leadership. Aries will be enterprising, ambitious. Aries always be fully engrossed in materializing their dreams. That is Aries. Aries always be energetic, quick-moving, impatient, always be keen to give advice. Aries always be making effort to impress everyone who comes in contact with them. Aries always be energetic, clever, lively, but firm in their belief. Aries will have the capacity of planning, running the organization. Aries will always be frank in speech and respectful toward sincere people. Aries viewpoint will be scientific, and Aries will be interested in debates, arguments. Aries conventional style will be enthusiastic and aggressive. Aries will be egoistic and will give importance to I always. That is Aries. Aries will have a competitive and challenging spirits. Aries will be fond of traveling and mountaineering. Aries will be self-centered and sacrificing. Aries will be uncompromising in all matters. Aries will be recognized for their quick work style. Aries will be bold and fond of taking risks. Aries' main weakness will be wavering ideas, impatience, anger, explosive temperament, quarrelsome, aggressive nature, and will have a blind faith in religion. According to ancient scriptures, Aries, the person will be good looking with the round eyes, have a lively pinkish complexion, weak physique, black mole or wound on their body, have a fat thighs. The person will have fair pink color, sigh of lotus on their hand, Shakti line on palm, be endowed with fortune sign, ambitious, efficient at work, possessing leadership qualities, and will be frugal eater, will eat hot food, may be very aggressive. Aries will be fond of traveling, always be very lively, a fast walker, benevolent, courageous, fearful of disputes and arguments, engrossed in good deeds, respectful to scholars, devoted to God, will be engrossed in religious activities, accumulation of wealth. Aries will be spontaneous, with expression, bold, energetic, daring, enterprising, pioneering, impatient, sexy, active, dynamic, sometimes violent, clear thinking in their approach. Aries will be lazy in initial stage of starting of work, but will be very keen to reside abroad in an angry, humble, in spite of great achievement, favored by the state, talented, energetic, alternatively wealthy, and may I say that self-made, famous, fearful of losing high position, interested in charity and philanthropy, affectionate toward subordinates and servants, dear to women, men, victorious in society, will be loving spouse, will be respectful to elders. Aries may be suffering from headaches, head issues due to some sort of a hereditary reasons, severe fever, internal burning, acidity, stomach aches. Toward the later part of their life, there may be some accidental injury or operation or food poisoning or gastric problems. A person born under Aries will be mediocre height, will move around energetically and the eyes will be sharp and aggressive look. The knee and its lower part will be weak. The person will not tolerate anybody's subordination, always take the lead in their work, take independent decision. Aries will be strong-willed, endowed with qualities of leadership, will be enterprising and ambitious. Aries will be hasty by nature and will lack patience. Aries will always be keen to give advice and always make effort to impress everyone who may come in contact with them. Aries will be lively, energetic and firm in their belief. Aries will be capable of making plans and running organization. Aries will be truthful and respectful, sincere people. Aries will enjoy debates, arguments. Aries will be enthusiastic, aggressive in speech. That is Aries. And Aries will be egoistic. Aries physical characteristics. Number 1, mediocre height, tendency to walk fast. Physical characteristics 2, neck and face will be slightly longish. 3rd, eyes will be round and will look sharp and aggressive. The eyebrow will be dense. 4th, Aries physical characteristics, mole on the head or face, scar of a wound or cyst. 5th, the knees and the lower part may be weak. Aries physical characteristics. Aries lucky points for the year 2019. Lucky points for 2019 for Aries. The most important sentence for the Aries for 2019, I am, I want. The biggest asset or strength of the year 2019, courage, determination. Aries' biggest weakness for 2019, too much temper, hurried behavior. Aries' ambition for 2019, leadership, leading an organization. Aries' lucky days for 2019, Monday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. Aries' unlucky days for 2019, Tuesday, Wednesday. Aries' lucky colors for 2019, white, yellow or golden and pink. Aries' unlucky color for 2019, green, red, navy blue and brown. Aries' lucky precious stone for 2019, Aries, you must wear a golden yellow sapphire, real saltwater pearl and ruby in a gold square pendant, 3 stones, golden yellow sapphire, real saltwater pearl, ruby in a gold square pendant around your neck for raising success, establishment, peace of mind, recognition, appreciation, name, fame, establishment, creativity, rise in luck, prosperity, defense from any crisis, neutralizing any conflict, crisis or trauma. Aries millionaire direction, millionaire facing direction for buying any property in 2019, north facing, northeast facing. Aries unlucky direction for facing, unlucky direction facing for the property for the year 2019. Do not buy a property if your property is facing this direction. Southwest facing property, don't buy Aries. Northwest facing property, Aries, do not buy this property. The task, the remedies, astrological task for Aries, the remedies for 2019. Aries astrological task and remedies for 2019. Task number 1, do donate 7 kg rice to temple in the langar on Sunday. Task number 2, please feed jaggery or good to monkeys. Task number 3, do keep rice equal to your own weight in the house. Task number, especially in northwest direction. Do keep rice equal to your own weight in the house in the northwest direction. Task number 3 or 4, may I say that. Task number 4, do donate sugar, besan to temple in the langar, 12 kg each on Thursday. Task number 5, do keep ponytail back of your head. Task number 6, do organize Hanumanji Bahuk Prayog on Tuesday for 8 Tuesday. A well-educated priest can do that particular pujan for you. Hanumanji Bahuk Prayog in the Hanumanji temple on Tuesday. Repeat this particular prayog for 8 Tuesday. Task number 6, Please get your left nostril pierced on Wednesday and do wear a white metal stud in your left nostril. Do pierce your left nostril on Wednesday. Do wear a white metal stud in your left nostril for 43 days, 86 days, 129 days, 240 days, and after so many days, take out the stud and flow in the fast flowing river. But during that time, please make sure that you do not perform any astrological task whatsoever. If you're wearing a no stud in your left nostril, for 43 days, you can't perform any task. For 86 days, you cannot perform any astrological task. For 129 days, you cannot perform any astrological task whatsoever. If you're wearing the stud for 240 days, so you cannot perform any astrological task for 240 days. Make sure that. Task number 7. You must keep 2 red steel balls with you all the time. Task number 8. You must wear a golden yellow sapphire, real saltwater pearl, ruby, in a gold square pendant, in a gold chain, for rising success, for establishment, for peace of mind, for recognition, for appreciation, name, fame, establishment, creativity, rise in luck, prosperity, defense from any crisis, neutralizing any conflicts, crisis and trauma. Be careful. Task number 10. You must donate dry food to Langar every Amavasya. This will create the wonders for you. Task number 11. Do donate chana dal, besan, haldi, powder in the Langar for 8th Thursday. Task number 12. Try to be host to your guest. Task number 13. Do wear a diamond in right hand's middle finger in platinum or silver. That will rise your flow of income, wealth, assets and savings. Task number 13. Please do use perfume or fragrances. 14th. Do mark a dark shed in your left hand side corner of your house. That will take away major darkness away from you. You must wear a fine gold stud in your ear. You must keep a black dog as a task. If you can, as a pet. Look after that pet like your own child. 18th task. Do donate money and cosmetic and perfume to any girls or any girl's wedding. This is important. Aries precaution for 2019. Precaution number 1 for 2019, refrain from getting too aggressive or too soft in your behavior. Precaution number 2, do take care of your presentation, do put a lot of efforts. Precaution number 3, don't keep any rusted weapon or tool in your house. Precaution number 4, please make sure you won't keep any taweez, raak, bhabooti, dry flowers, bell, shank in your possessions. 5. Refrain from collecting or keeping any kind of clutter in your possession like unused books or magazines, old clothes, out of order wristwatches, alarm clocks, unused mobile phone charger, broken mirror, chipped crockery, unused pipes, wood, unused cable, wires, etc. 6. Refrain from consumption of any alcohol, smoking, non-vegetarian food. 7. Refrain from lies, scandals, fraud, scams, any form of gambling, risky investment. 8. Refrain from any family relationship conflicts. Aries chanting for 2019. The chanting for 2019, chanting number 1. For medicinal cure, this particular chanting is important for Aries. If you're going through suffering, this chanting can neutralize your suffering. It's very important medicinal cure for chanting any type of suffering, professionally, personally, financially, health, anything. This medicinal cure for Aries, this particular chanting, Aum Harim Ghrine Suryaye Adityaye Sharim Om. Om Harim Ghrine Suryaye Adityaye Sharim Om. Om Harim Ghrine Suryaye Adityaye Sharim Om. This is the very finest chanting. This chanting can promote you if you get you promoted, get you promotion. This chanting will help you if you're fighting a case, legal battle. This chanting, if you have an issue with higher authorities, with your boss, with your company, anything to do with legality, this chanting will help you. This chanting will help you to achieve power, to lead a professional organization. If you want to be a leader in the organization, do this chanting. Om Harim Ghrine Suryaye Adityaye Sharim Om. Om Harim Ghrine Suryaye Adityaye Sharim Om. Requirement is jug of water. Astra is mixed color blanket. Daytime after 4:30 a.m. any time of the day. Direction facing east facing. Time of chanting 48 minutes minimum every day. 96 minutes, 144 minutes. Now Aries chanting number 2. This particular chanting for achieving rising and boost. Achieving a rising and boost. This is the finest chanting. We only want to achieve rising and boost. This finest chanting is Ang Harim Sharim Kalim Cha Mundai Vichai. 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 Requirement is jug of water. Asana is mixed color blanket. Timing is after 10 p.m. Direction facing northeast. Timing for chanting 48 minutes, 96 minutes, 144 minutes. Ang Harim Sharim Kalim Chamundai Viche. Ang Harim Sharim Kalim Chamundai Viche. Do it after 10 p.m. The finest chanting. And the more you do it, more you achieve it. If you have a high ambition, do this chanting more than 144 minutes a day and do a project for 129 days. Then you see things are changing. Do it after 10 p.m. please. All the best for Aries for 2019. Wish you a very best of luck. I'll be back with more horoscope, weekly, monthly, yearly. Take care. Wish you all the best. Thank you.